助けてほしいかナナミ。心を燃やせ。限界を超えろ。
Hello and welcome to More Than Headlines, your weekly anime news podcast powered by Audio Technica, made by Australians for global citizens. I'm your extremely humble host, Brendan White, aka the Salt and Pepper Senpai, and joining me in the studio, my trusted co-host and rival, Jojo, to my Dio, Courtney Smith. How the bloody hell are ya?
I'm so good. We didn't do the episode last week, and I miss you. I miss everyone. I miss yapping.
Me too. It was a very yap-free weekend last weekend, for better or for worse. And thanks listeners and viewers for not lynching us for missing an episode. It was just, I was away most of last week with work, and then we had Animaga over the weekend, and I wanted to get there and check that out. And then just scheduling couldn't align, so we thought we'd do a bit of a bumper episode 14 here and unpack that as well as some of the news doing around. So it's a good time. But also, Courtney, on the listeners, fans, and Sugoi Squad front, we are up 23% listenership over the last 30 days. So onwards and upwards, Sugoi Squad members. Thank you all for checking us out. We appreciate y'all.
Oh, 皆さん本当にありがとうございます. Thank you so much, everyone. Also, episode 14. What?
Yeah, we cannot be stopped. We cannot be stopped. The momentum is eternal. We are just rolling faster and more efficiently towards PAX, where we've got the Waifu World Cup panel that is going to blow your socks off. So get ready for that one. Friday, October the 11th, 10 p.m, Kookaburra Theatre. Be there or be very, very square.
Yes. Also, my Shikanoko cosplay came in, so I'll be cosplaying her at PAX.
Yeah, the cosplay, I'm not at all jealous. I saw it. I kind of want it. And I think I need it. So you'll have to sort of send me the links as to where you procured this fantastic little outfit, because maybe I've got to roll with you as a couple of members of the Deer Club.
Look, I'll send you the link, and also maybe instead of Shikanoko, you cosplay as Kochitan or Bashame or someone, and then we can get like a double.
That sounds good to me. I've never seen what I look like with blonde hair, so maybe, I'll rock the blonde wig. Who knows? I don't think it's going to go well with my very dark, bushy eyebrows, but we'll see what we can do.
I believe.
All right, let's jump into this.
You like the news?
And the first of three Juicy Lucy headlines. It was revealed on Gege Ukutami's Twitter account this past week, or past fortnight, I guess you say, because we did miss a week, that the Jujutsu Kaisen manga will be ending in 4 chapters, with the last chapter to be released on September 30th of 2024. Last year, Ukutami hinted towards the popular manga ending in 2024 during the Jump Festa event.
Yeah, so the Jujutsu Kaisen manga started serialization in Weekly Shonen Jump in March of 2018, with the anime adaptation premiering in October 2020. So Viz Media is publishing it in print and digitally, and you can also read the manga on Shueisha's Manga Plus app and website.
And what an absolute roller coaster of a ride this story and journey has been. I'm up to date on the manga, read the most recent chapter this past week, and I've got to be completely honest, it feels like it's been close to ending for what feels like 50 chapters now. Like, I'm still loving the world, still loving everything that Ukutami is putting to panel, but it does start to feel a little bloated and a little drawn out. So I'm excited to see where this ends up. I really prefer watching this in anime form as opposed to the manga, because those manga panels, I've said it a few times and I don't really want to discredit, because, art's great and I respect the hell out of Utami-san, but it feels a little too busy, a little too noisy for me in some of these panels. So it does get a little overly aggressive at times for me when I read it, where I'm trying to understand what the hell is going on in this scene. But I cannot deny how much I love this world, how much I love the characters. And it's going to be sad to see this end. But as they say, all good things must come to an end. So pour some out for Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah, it's truly the end of an era. I love Jujutsu Kaisen, but in reality, I'm actually glad that it's ending. And I know people might come for me for this, but I'm an anime only enjoyer, and the last season, while I loved it, it was my favorite anime of the year, season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, I feel like it didn't leave much space for the story to expand. And I'm sure there are some manga readers that can attest to this. So many characters are dead now, like the there's no city anymore. like what, I'm wondering to myself, where can this go now? And in a way, I wouldn't be sad if like the ending was the end of the Shibuya arc. Like, I love a dark ending. I love a sad ending, so I wouldn't be mad. Obviously, there's more left to go though for the anime, but I've seen a lot of younger and newer anime fans really saddened by the news of it ending. But I think, guys, like, it's okay. There'll be other things out there for you. Trust me. Like, I've been watching anime for over 10 years. It can't go on forever, and you know, who knows? Akutami might bring out something new next.
Yeah, I'm very interested in watching the space to see what they get up to next. But yeah, the story, it goes some places. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to spoil a lick of what's to come, but boy, oh boy, I cannot wait to see some of those panels translated to screen, because I think that's where this content really starts to sing and separate itself from the pack.
Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited for the next season, so we'll see. We'll see how it goes. In some sad news though, voice actress Atsuko Tanaka has passed away after battling a mystery illness for a year. She was 61 years old, and she was a voice actress for a variety of anime and video game series, and she left a huge legacy on the industry, including her son, who's also a huge voice actor.
Tanaka was well known for playing Motoko Kusanagi, or Major, in the Ghost in the Shell franchise, Harumi Kiyama in A Certain Scientific Railgun, Flamme in Freerun, Caster in the Fate/Stay Night series, Poison in Street Fighter 3, 5, and 10, and many, many more. It's
been a really rough year in terms of the amount of talent being lost from the industry. And I got this news actually the day after I saw the 4K remaster of Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence. And I'm so sad. In saying that though, Tanaka has done loads of fantastic work and definitely left her mark on the anime and games industry. And I do just want to give a shout out to Sugoi Co here for bringing the remaster of Ghost in the Shell 2 Innocence to Australia. They acquired the licenses and then did a cinematic release. So that's out in cinemas now. It's like at a bunch, like Hoyt's event cinemas, I think all over the country. So go and check it out.
Yeah, shout out to Sugoi Co. They are doing some fantastic things, and maybe they need to collab with us, because we've got the Sugoi Squad and Sugoi Co. Like, you know, it's a match made in heaven. So let's reach out to Sly and the team and see what can be done. But yeah, this is sad that we've had a constant slew of memoriam announcements the last couple of months on the podcast. But I think we'd be doing the industry a disservice by not mentioning and honoring these very fantastic people that have done very fantastic work. But yeah, hopefully this is the last Vale related announcement we have on the podcast for a while.
Fingers crossed.
All right, the last big headline for MTH episode 14. If you're based in the US, you're in luck, because Tatsuki Fujimoto's Look Back film is coming to North American cinemas from October the 4th of 2024. An English subs trailer has been also released for the film. Fujimoto is known for the popular manga Chainsaw Man, and the anime film adaptation of Look Back is based on the one-shot manga of the same name.
I am so excited for this because Look Back released in Japan on June 28, and since then has sold over 1 million tickets, which is insane. It's earned over $12 million US. Fans outside of Japan have been eagerly awaiting a global release. I know, because I'm that fan. And the film's been really highly rated in reviews, so I need it.
Yeah, I'm holding out hope that we can get a limited Australian release. Like, surely it's not too far away. Like, we just name dropped Sugoi Co. Please do the same for this one. Get those licensing rights and make it happen, because yeah, the world is eternally horny for anything Fujimoto does. And I hope after this, maybe we see Fire Punch get adapted to anime screens, because it is fantastic. It is heavy as hell. Like, some of the content, anyone that knows Fire Punch knows it does not pull any punches. It is intense and unforgiving and unsettling. But pivoting back to Look Back, yeah, I'm really intrigued and interested by this. Like, it's been reviewing really well, 8.4 on IMDb currently out of 10. And yeah, even though the art style, like, it looks like it's ripped from the Chainsaw Man universe, the same sort of character models and animations are there, the story and tone is very, very different from Chainsaw Man. So yeah, I'm holding out hope that it lands here in Australia, and also holding out hope for maybe a Himeno cameo because, she can vomit in my mouth any day.
I just gotta say, I love Himeno. If power didn't exist, Himeno would be my favorite. I love a cool.
She's my boo.
Yeah, I love a cool like One-san character. But look back, I love Chainsaw Man.
It's so good.
I love it. But I'm praying that Look Back does get an Australian release, whether it's Sugoiko, Crunchyroll, Sony Pictures, getting the license and bringing it over. And I have really, really high hopes that they will, because with previous US anime film releases, they almost always bring it to Australia as well, usually just a couple of months after. So I'm hoping we get an announcement really soon.
Me too. I'm holding out much, much hope because, I want to see what Look Back's about.
Yes, me too. But we also have some rapid fire news, bits and pieces, and some not major releases, but presented by Otaku Box, the only anime box with scale figures, voting, and ecchi.
So much ecchi, Courtney. I saw so many boobies in my inbox this past week, courtesy of Lizard Otaku Box. So thank you, but also I know it's my own fault for opening these emails in the public domain. But I had another couple of people at my work see what I was looking at and raise an eyebrow, but there was like a non-discussion about it. They just saw that and accepted it and moved on. So shout out to my staff members.
Yeah, your co-worker's like, Brendan the freak.
Mm-hmm. I think they call me Smut Daddy around the office. So
oh my God.
Yeah.
HR?
Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
Oh my God. All right, let's get into it. So Witch Watch, an anime adaptation, has been announced for April 2025. We also have the live action One Piece series. The second season has cast Charithra Chandran as Vivi, which is exciting to see. I feel like Netflix have a really good kind of roster of upcoming actors and actresses, and it's really fantastic to see like all these names that I personally haven't heard. Like there's no like big celebrity names in these shows, and I love it so much.
I'm with you because it doesn't then outweigh the rest of the cast. Like they can all shine equally. There's no big tentpole Hollywood heavyweight there. It's just a bunch of very talented individuals like Charithra here.
Yes. Then we also have the Lord of the Rings anime film, The War of Rohirrim, thank you, has revealed a December 27 opening in Japan. So hopefully we also get that in Australia in 2025 at some point. I'm actually really excited for the Lord of the Rings anime because I feel like it's such an iconic IP, and seeing it in an anime format would be amazing.
I'm hyped as hell for this one too, especially like season 2 or the first 3 episodes of season 2 of Rings of Power have just dropped on Prime. I've watched all 3 this week, and yes, it's visually stunning, but I find myself not really giving 2 craps about it. The first season I really enjoyed, but the second season has got some real wet sail vibes to me going on. So the War of Rohirrim looks really, really good. And the cast, so many, like I know, direct contrast to what we said about One Piece, but there's so many Hollywood heavy hitters lending their vocal talents to the cast of the War of Rohirrim. So I hope we can get it not too long after Japan as far as a cinematic release here.
Speaking of more releases, Bananya, the anime about the cat that lives in a banana. Is he a banana? I don't know. This show is very, very cute. It's getting a 3rd season in October, and it'll be airing on Crunchyroll. So I am excited personally because I love anime about cute little guys. See Chikawa. But Bananya, 3rd season of Bananya.
To be honest, I only ever just heard of Bananya when you dropped it in this doc, and it looks like if I was a stoner, this would be right up my alley. I'd just have a smoke or have an edible and just get lost in the world of Bananya because of Cat Banana. Let's go.
It's fantastic, and I love the creativity of it all and all the characters. Like there are so many different cats. I'm like, how do you fit in there? Anyway, the story that I'm most excited for Rapid Fire is that Uma Musume have collabed with KFC Japan, and they've released this advertisement. I haven't seen Uma Musume, but I don't know the characters, but there is one of the horse girls dressed as the colonel with a mustache, eating fried chicken and yelling a lot, and I love it.
Uma Musume, I stumbled across this almost by chance because I'm like, this just sounds so silly and so unpredictable. It's got to be a good time. And it is a good time. I think there's 3 seasons now of Pretty Derby, which is fantastic. And seeing a great anime collab with one of my favorite fast food chains in the universe, like I am all about this. The anime and this advert is definitely finger-licking good. And yeah, I could not be happier to see more crazy anime crossovers taking place in 2024.
It's like that she's yelling the whole time through the whole ad. She's like, woo! I'm like, yeah, right. Get it?
That's what a bit of Dirty Bird does to you, Courtney. You know, you get a little drumstick, a couple little nuggies with some sweet and sour sauce, and woo! Like, I want to be a humanoid horse and eat Dirty Bird.
I hope that comes true for you.
Thank you. All right, so that brings us to the end of On the Horizon. Again, shout out to our friends over at Otaku Box. Get yourself the fantastic monthly giveaway of surprises, boobies, and more over at Otaku Box. Links are in the show notes. But Courtney, I want to now ask, what have you been watching / doing this past week to 2 weeks? Let's go through some notable standouts and highlights. So what are you bringing to the studio today?
Yeah, so I've actually had a pretty busy week, so I haven't watched much, but what I have watched has been fantastic. This season is actually surprising me a lot. So the first thing I want to talk about is Pseudo Harem episode 7. Spoilers for Pseudo Harem if you don't want to know, but he graduates. Did you watch this episode, Brendan?
I haven't yet, but it's fine. I'm happy to ride this wave with our listeners and fans. So it's on my docket, but I've been a bit busy, so I'm an episode back on a few.
Okay, well, he graduates and it hurts. It is a painful episode, but at the same time, it's so bittersweet. And there's a lot of unspoken things that happen, and the next few episodes after kind of take a strange turn.
Okay.
I'm still enjoying it, but I want more. I want them to kind of push the boundary a little, and I'm hoping they do that.
I hope so too, because looking at the docket this morning and some of the notes you had, it was in bold letters, cruel, so good, but so cruel. My heart is broken. And I'm like, oh my God, if that's not foreshadowing, I don't know what it is. I got to be in a very particular mental state of mind to watch episode 7 by the feels of things.
Look, it's fantastic though. This anime really shocked me. I was expecting something different from it, and I'm very impressed with what I got. But the other stuff I watched the latest episode of Shikanoko, episode 9, and they have a sports carnival. And it's, of course, what you would expect. It's a sports carnival episode, but it's Shikanoko. And it's just so wild, and I love this show. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone that hasn't watched a lot of anime. This is definitely a show for people that have watched a lot of anime. But if you have watched a lot of anime, I think you can really, really appreciate it and appreciate the references and appreciate all of the tropes that it plays into and makes light of. I think it's really good. There's a reason I'm cosplaying Shikanoko at PAX this year.
Yeah, she's one of the MVPs of the year by a long margin. And I haven't peeked the sports carnival episode yet, but I've still just got thoughts running around in my head of the Shikanoko skin that she sheds, and then members of the Deer Club wear almost just like a hoodie, and it's creepy but cute but hilariously funny throughout it as well.
Yeah, I have one thing to say, and it is Nin.
I thought you were going to go Shika. I was curious which way you were going to go.
Yeah, it could have been anything at this point.
It's the best. It's still in my top 5 for the season so far.
Me too, but something that's past my top 5 is probably my second favorite of the season is The Magical Girl and the Evil Lieutenant Used to Be Archenemies. I'm so glad that you suggested this show to me, because it's become my second favorite of the season, honestly. I'm obsessed. I love the romance. I love the Kyubey Madoka reference with the familiars. They're very good. But seriously, this show, kicking, screaming, giggling, planning my wedding. I've already been married and I'm my heart. Also, not the newest episode, but the episode before or before that, we got to see the cat familiar, his true form. Well, we got to see both of their true forms, but the cat familiar, I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, I read that at first and forgot when they went to, heaven in human form. So I just thought it was just the cat familiar in cat form. And I'm like,
no.
Okay, you do you, Courtney. Like, not yucking anybody's yums. And I remember, oh yeah, he's a broody, dark-haired guy that smokes.
He smokes. Oh, yeah. Brendan, I can't. Look, I hate smoking in real life, but anime boys that
That's
smoke,
your kink?
bro, I don't know, there's something about it that I'm like, I would jump there.
It's like, oh, you so bad. Your lungs are going to be in so much pain in a few years.
Right? I'm like, breathe your cigarette breath on it. No.
Oh my goodness. We need like an anime cigarette scented cologne next. That's the next great collab
Please,
right there.
I'm begging. Like anime boys that smoke, Yami Sukehiro from Black Clover. Oh, punch me in the face.
Yeah, Yami could punch me in the face too. Like he's obviously the man at the Black Bulls, but he's just a dude. And yeah, he makes smoking sexy. I hate smoking like you, but you see certain characters and you're like, all right, I'm down. Let's go.
Yeah, it does stuff to me. Yes. Do you have any other thoughts on Magical Girl?
I'm with you. Like I love this anime. It is in my top 3 of the season and it just keeps climbing. Like I also love that they're smaller episodes so they don't overstay their welcome. The plot is going some very interesting places and I love that it dances this line between cute and traditional and then just balls to the wall insanity and the cursing and the violence is starting to creep in. And like you said, like a humanoid cat that smokes and the seedy underbelly of magical girls that they sort of constantly reference. Like there's so many layers to this anime where you just see the key art and you go, oh, that just looks like a dime a dozen cutesy sort of fantasy nothingness. But then you jump in, you're like, oh, it's so wrong. And I love feeling wrong every week with this anime because I love it. I love Momori. I love Mira. I love their growing relationship and now the pseudo acceptance of the relationship that's happening in the latest episodes. And I can't wait to see where it goes.
Also, the dungeon episode. Everything about this show is good. There's no bad thing about this show. But so the reason I didn't watch a lot of anime this week was because I've been playing a anime visual novel chat simulator romance game called A Date with Death. It's actually by an Australian studio, but it has this gorgeous, gorgeous anime art. And I love it. It's your character has a lot of bad luck and then you find out the reason for your bad luck is the Grim Reaper is trying to kill you to take your soul. And then you end up flirting with him and romancing him. And it's really, really good. So that's why I haven't been watching much anime because I've been flirting with anime boys on the internet.
I can see why it's got you, silverhead hot boy. Wouldn't surprise me if he smokes as well. Like that is, that's your kryptonite right there. But there's some good looking characters in this one. Like this one's been off my radar. I remember hearing about it maybe 12 months or so ago at like one of the indie announcements, but I haven't been keeping up to date. I don't play much anymore, but this, I love a good visual novel or a good dating sim. And if I can deal in romance with this sexy devil, maybe I'll find some time in my schedule over the coming weeks.
Look, Brennan, I don't know. Here's the thing. It's free. It's free on Steam right now. But if you're, I don't know about your sex life and I'm not going to pry, but here's a sub.
Okay. My sex life at the moment is pretty non-existent, so maybe I'm just going to live through this game.
Yeah,
so,
maybe,
The episode's ending now. I've got emergency things that I need to take care of. I'm sorry, listeners. Courtney's got it from here. I'll see you later.
What have you been watching?
I've been watching a bit. I figure I'll end with what I've been doing, but we'll talk about what I've been watching first and foremost. Been working my way through Terminator Zero, which debuted I think 24 hours or so ago now at time of recording. We're recording on the 31st of August, 2024. I've watched 5 and a half episodes of the 8-episode run. Really been enjoying it so far. Like, I'm a big Terminator tragic, so maybe I've got some rose-colored glasses on part of the way, but it feels familiar. It feels connected to the overall Terminator universe, but they have done something a little different, a little fresh here, where they've set this world, or at least this anime, in Japan. And so what we're seeing is Malcolm Lee, the genius scientist slash AI slash inventor extraordinaire. He's making this artificial intelligence called Kokoro, and it is the rival to Skynet, which is getting made in America. Ooh. So it's almost like a pseudo arms race between Japan and America to see who can have their AI hit the ground first and hopefully save the world, is the basis of this. We get the usual time travel elements. So we're jumping between 1997 and 2022. So we see some time jump, pre and post Skynet and Kokoro coming online, and the good and the bad that comes from that. But the animation is phenomenal. Like, Production IG is behind this. Most recently, the biggest one they've done, obviously, is Kaiju number 8. So they've got a pedigree that goes for decades back. And overall, it's pretty stunning. There is some reliance on digital here and there, especially when it comes to like vehicular movement. And it kind of does feel a little jarring, because compared to the traditional hand-drawn, you're seeing it does really stand out. Luckily, it's not a constant, but there's a few times where I'm like, ooh, because it just knocks me out of that immersion. But overall, tonally, it's great. It's dark, it's gritty, it's violent. There's a lot of death. There's a lot of, if you've watched any Terminator film or played any Terminator game over the last several decades, you know what you're in for. And the story is cool. It takes you in some new directions. I wish maybe they did pad out some of the main leads a little more. A few of them, it felt like they sort of got thrown by the wayside halfway through on an 8-episode run. But overall, I've been vibing it. It's probably a solid 7, maybe 7.5 if it sticks to landing. So yeah, it's not the worst thing you can do with your time. It's only 8 episodes.
Are the episodes like 20-minute anime or 40-minute?
Yeah, 20-minute anime. So little bangers, nice condensed episodes. They jam a lot into these 20 minutes, and like the soundtrack is familiar. The voice acting is great. The weird part though, like Timothy Oliphant was spotlighted as one of the leads of this show. He's the Terminator in this, and he says fuck all. Like, you don't hear a word out of him until like episode 5, and that's kind of it. Like, he plays like one of the main bad Terminators, and all he's doing is just walk around shooting people. Like, it's an anime, so Timothy Oliphant's just at home eating chips, and then occasionally dials in and says like or whatever, and that's it. Like, it's so bizarre, because I love Timothy Oliphant, and it feels like he's a little wasted. But Rosario Dawson, she does the voice work for Kokoro, the Japanese AI, and she's really good in that role. But yeah, Timothy Oliphant's just cashing a check on this one, it feels like.
Hell yeah. I think I'll definitely give this one a go. I think that having it set in Japan and having Kokoro as that rival technology sounds like a really cool premise to me.
Yeah, it's super fun. The kids, like Malcolm Lee's children, are one of the sort of the main cogs of this narrative machine, and they're all really well voiced, and the animation is really good. Like, the emotion you see on some of these kids and other adults you see when they are in these times of crisis is really, really impressive. So yeah, hat tip to Production IG, but less digital, please. Less digital. I know it's time and money and where they come together, but yeah, just a few times it really derailed it for me. But something that I am firmly on the tracks for and will never get off this track is Makeine. Episode 6 aired last Sunday, and episode 6 has cemented it for me that this is the anime of the season, maybe one of the best of the year. Like, I love this anime. Like, we were just gushing about the Magical Girl and the Evil Lieutenant before, but this is up there. This is in rare air for me. And there was some scenes in episode 6 with Lemon and Mitsuki where they're sort of dealing with various levels of love and whatnot, that was just so beautiful and perfect and so real that it just made my heart go. And I love everything about this anime. Like, the art style is gorgeous. The opening and the endings are fantastically animated and scored really well. The characters are great. The world is vibrant and living, and the themes and the tone is just relatable and real. It is a perfect anime.
I think that the exploration of like the other side, right? Like the losing heroine, the girl that gets rejected, I think it's not only relatable for like girls and women, but like also men and like anyone else that's been in that situation, right? Where you've like been rejected, or you really, really like someone, but you know it's never going to happen. And like, you know, how you can find beauty and love like in yourself and like in the people around you and your friends. And I think it's really positive. And like, I almost wish that this anime existed like when I was in high school, like as a way to just kind of help me like understand the situation a little bit more. Like, I think it's really, really wholesome. And I recommend this to everyone, whether you've seen a lot of anime or not, whether like if it's your first anime, like go for it. Like this series is so real and so grounded and beautiful.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, perfect viewing, and I love it. And it's just a surprise of the season, a surprise of the year, because I knew nothing about it going in, and I just chucked it on that first episode, and it just grabbed me from the get-go and has not relinquished that grip. And I hope that the storytelling and that realness continues through to the end. And I feel it will, because there's so much care in each one of these episodes and these scenes and the vocal delivery, and everything exists in this world for a reason. And yeah, I really respect that about everyone involved, because it's so good. It's so good. I love it, Courtney. I love it.
Me too.
Something else that I love, not anime, but manga related. I've started reading the past week or so ago when I was up in Sydney for work. I picked up something just by chance. It was just in like the recommended section in my, my digital manga application, called The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity. Knew nothing about it. Never heard of it before, but I just liked the key art, liked the premise. I'm like, all right, let's jump in. Let's give it a go. I'm now 40 chapters in and obsessed. I love romance. I love love, as we hear every other episode on this. But the story, it's based on Rintaro, who's this delinquent, big, tall, bleach blonde-haired boy, earrings, like a giant imposing specimen at school. So everyone's scared of him. Everyone leaves him alone. Doesn't have many friends. And he goes to Chidori High School, which is, the low-end troublemaker high school. But directly beside it, like, building to building, there's Kikyo High School, which is like the high-end, preppy, girls-only school. The best of the best go there. So there's sort of like this Romeo and Juliet turf rivalry, where it's like, you can't talk to those boys. They're trash. So you can't be trusted. And by chance, he meets Karuko, this tiny little sweetheart of a girl who loves cake, loves to eat. And it just so happens that Rintaro's family owns a bakery. So they have a chance meeting at his bakery, and they start to build a friendship and a potential relationship. And just seeing this forbidden love develop between these two cute / completely opposite characters has grabbed my heart and just ran with it. Like, I've been shedding constant tears of sadness and happiness through these 40 chapters. Like, I was up reading it last night till like 2:30, and I'm sitting there and the dogs are asleep beside me, and I'm just like, tears welling in my eyes. I'm like, fuck yeah, I love you, Rintaro. Like, you get a girl. And like, it's just the sweetest thing, and it's been a pleasant surprise. So yeah, I'm happy that I picked it up, because there's, I think, 130 chapters at the moment. It's ongoing, so I'm very excited to see where this story goes.
So as soon as you said it was like a forbidden romance vibe, of course, I looked it up, and I saw that there's a leak that there's an anime adaptation project in the works. So I was thinking about starting reading this, but now with this potential leak, I think I'm gonna wait, because anime watcher.
It's right up your alley. Like, it is sweet and wholesome. And I've got to say, the illustration work in the manga is stunning. Like, whether it be main characters, background characters, foreground or background elements, like, it is done at such a high level of detail. Like, I am just eating it up. And yeah, probably the second we finish recording, I'm going to go lay down on the couch and keep reading it, because yeah, I'm obsessed a little bit on this one. And the last thing that I'm obsessed a little bit about, Courtney, is that the main reason why we didn't record last weekend is I managed to head on over to the Melbourne Convention Centre and check out Animaga 2024. It was a hell of a time. It was packed out. The Saturday was completely sold out. I think they had 10,000 people come through on the Saturday. Wow. And the Sunday was close to sell out as well. It was my first experience going to Animaga, so I can't really speak of what's happened in the past, but at least with this one, good vibes. So many independent artists available. There were so many fantastic artists selling prints, pins, physical media, digital media, bespoke little bits of pieces like knickknacks, cosplay accessories, fashion accessories, textiles and stuff. Like anything you could think that's anime, manga, or Japanese adjacent, it was on this show floor. Like it did feel very much more like an anime/Japanese market as opposed to a convention. Like there was some cosplay tournaments that I checked out here and there, and there was, some free-to-play games and stuff like that. But it mostly was a bit more of a swap meet or a market stall scenario, which is cool because I spent a lot of money. I bought a lot of things. I have no regrets, but it was a good time. The only negative thing that's not directly related to the expo itself was, in this geeky pop culture fandom world, hygiene is not always at the forefront of a lot of people's minds. There was a lot of smelly, sweaty people wandering these halls, and because you are elbow to elbow brushing through people to get to stalls, I think I got a lot of secondhand sweat on my person over my time on the show floor. But overall, didn't impact my experience. I loved it, had a great time. Easy to get to, easy to navigate. Everyone was super friendly. The cosplay community around there, like some of the outfits that these people created, were whether they were participating in the cosplay competition or just walking around casually down the show halls. Like it was like hat tip to everyone involved, because the amount of hours and time and money to make these things come to life would have been substantial. So I respect everyone that went there, and everyone seemed to have a good time.
That's awesome. I didn't get to go because I have been pretty busy myself, but I'm glad that you were able to make it and have a great time. I love conventions. I used to really dislike them when I was younger, maybe because I didn't have any money to spend. But now that I have money, I'm like, yay.
Yeah.
But no, that's awesome. I'm excited to see some more pictures and things when they release the photographs and stuff. But it sounds like it was a great weekend.
Yeah, I think it ran really well. Like the queues, when luckily, shout out to Animaga, had a media pass, so I was just straight in, straight out, no issues, no queues for me. Like, first world problems over here. But from what I could see with the queue lines, it had a good flow to it. There wasn't too many people waiting for hours to get in. Down the aisles themselves, it had good momentum. Like there wasn't too much congestion and bottlenecking, and that's always the big pain point for conventions. Once you're in, it's great, but getting in and getting around is usually the bugbear. But it felt like the way it was laid out was pretty smooth and seamless for everybody. So it's well thought out. So Animaga, you did well.
Nice. Just everyone, when you're going to a convention, please remember the keywords: deodorant is not a shower.
Yeah, because it felt like I was getting showered secondhand several times. But you know what? It happens. It's part of the charm of conventions, for better or for worse. But check out my Instagram. I've got a separate sort of stories group that I've set up with some of the stuff that I purchased while I was there, because there were so many talented artists. It was tough to cherry pick and just grab a few things, but I think the ones I did grab are fantastic. And there's a couple little things on your way as well, Courtney, that I hope you appreciate. So you weren't there in person, but hopefully you'll be there in spirit with a couple little gifts from Animaga.
Oh, thank you.
Anytime. But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but listeners, viewers, Sugoi Squad, this brings us to the official end of episode 14 of More Than Headlines. Courtney, anything you wanted to shout out or mention before we get on out of here for another week?
I actually do. I wrote a haiku.
Okay. I love this.
So when you do the editing, can you put, like in anime when they someone says a haiku and they put it up, can you do that? Please?
It will be my pleasure.
Okay.
Yes.
This is my Courtney's haiku. Do you like the news? The best anime stories? More than headlines? Good. That's why.
That's going to be like the opening for this podcast from now on, I think. I'm just going to drop that in at the start of every episode, because that good at the end is the MVP.
I really thought hard about my haiku, because every episode you ask me what I want to, if there's anything, and I'm like, I have to think of something, and today's a haiku. So Enjoy.
Yeah, I'm going to go enjoy A Date with Death. I'm going to go live that life for a little while and also get very excited because episode 7 of Makeine drops overnight. So I cannot wait to see what happens next. But yeah, Sugoi Squad, thank you so much for stopping on by. As always, it means the world to us, all the love and support you're giving us. If you want to follow us on the social, you can follow Courtney at Courtney_San. You can follow me at More Than Senpai. Check out all the content as a whole at morethanhentai.life. It's a safe URL. You can plug that into your work network and be smut free. But if you want to get a bit of that smut, obviously the Ataka box is a place to go. But yeah, rate, review, subscribe this podcast on your podcast player of choice, as well as likes, comments, and subscriptions on your video platform, which is TikTok and YouTube. But yeah, Go Squad, we're out of here. So whether your anime be subbed, dubbed, or still yet to come, enjoy yourself and much love to all the gorgeous waifus and husbandos out there. Goodbye.
またね。